Welcome back, deep thinkers. Today we find ourselves navigating the labyrinth of the human mind, more specifically the bewildering world of delusions. A delusion is a fixed, false belief that remains unshaken even in the face of contradictory evidence. It's a fascinating yet frightening phenomenon that affects 1% of the population. That's roughly 75 million people globally. Imagine that. So, are you ready to delve deeper into this enigma? Today we'll explore 10 signs that you might be dealing with delusional symptoms. Before diving into the signs, understanding what a delusion is remains paramount. A delusion, simply put, is a firmly held belief in something that is not true or based on reality. It is a mental construct that defies logical reasoning or evidence to the contrary. But don't mistake this for a mere figment of imagination. Delusions are much more complex and deeply seated, often causing significant distress or impairment in social and occupational functioning. Interestingly, delusions are not just confined to mental health disorders. They can also be symptoms of other medical conditions, such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, or even a severe infection. This is why understanding them is so vital. They're not just about the mind, they're about the body too. Delusions can take many forms, from grandiose beliefs of possessing superior abilities to paranoid convictions of being persecuted. Armed with this understanding, spotting the signs becomes an easier task. The first sign of delusional symptoms is an unwavering belief in the extraordinary. Imagine someone who, despite evidence to the contrary, holds steadfast to the belief that they are destined for a grandiose fate, like becoming the next president or a renowned celebrity. This isn't the typical daydreaming we all engage in from time to time, but an unshakable certainty that defies logic and reality. The second sign is a preoccupation with unjust persecution. Often individuals experiencing delusional symptoms feel targeted or singled out. They may believe they are the subject of an elaborate conspiracy, that they are being followed, or that their thoughts are being controlled or read by others. This belief is persistent and pervasive, leading to feelings of anxiety and paranoia. The third sign is a fixation on unreciprocated love or affection. This can manifest as an intense and irrational belief that someone, often a stranger or acquaintance, is deeply in love with them. Despite clear signs of disinterest or rejection, the individual remains convinced of this imagined romance, often leading to inappropriate or obsessive behaviors. In all these signs, the common thread is a steadfast belief in a personal reality that is disconnected from the shared reality of others. These beliefs aren't easily swayed by reason or evidence. They can lead to significant distress and can dramatically affect an individual's ability to function in daily life. Yet, it's important to remember that these signs are indicative of a mental health condition, not a character flaw. If you or someone you know exhibits these signs, it's crucial to approach the situation with empathy and understanding. The world as experienced by those with delusional symptoms is incredibly real and often frightening to them. These are just the first 3 signs, but there's more to explore. Understanding these symptoms is the first step towards empathy, support, and effective treatment. Moving on to the 4th sign, we delve into the realm of bizarre delusions. These are not just odd, they're outright strange and highly implausible. Imagine someone convinced they've been replaced by an alien clone, or they possess supernatural abilities. These ideas are not just eccentric, they are clearly detached from reality. Next, we examine the 5th sign, persecutory delusions. This is when someone feels they are being targeted, stalked, or conspired against. They may believe that their food is poisoned or that secret organizations are watching their every move. This form of delusion can be particularly distressing and can lead to self-isolation and distrust of those around them. The 6th sign is jealous delusions. Here a person is convinced, without any tangible evidence, that their partner is unfaithful. This can lead to a breakdown of relationships, and often results in unjust accusations and confrontations. It's important to remember that these delusions are deeply ingrained and not simply a symptom of insecurity or mistrust. Each of these signs can manifest differently in different individuals. For one person, a bizarre delusion might involve thinking they can control the weather. For another, it might be a belief in an impending zombie apocalypse. Similarly, persecutory delusions can range from thinking one's mail is being intercepted to believing one is the target of a global conspiracy. These signs can be disturbing and often distressing for both the person experiencing them and those around them. But understanding them, recognizing them, and treating them with empathy and patience is crucial. This is not about labeling or judging people, but about understanding a complex mental health issue that can have a profound impact on a person's life. Recognizing these signs can help individuals seek help at the right time. In the next section, we'll explore the remaining signs of delusional symptoms. Until then, remember, it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to offer help. We are all on this journey together, navigating the fascinating landscape of the human mind. The seventh sign that you might be dealing with delusional symptoms is a persistent belief in the extraordinary. This isn't about dreaming big or having a wild imagination, it's about unshakable convictions in things that are clearly untrue or not based in reality. For instance, you might believe you've been chosen for a special mission by extraterrestrial beings or that you possess superhuman abilities. Next, we have the eighth sign, preoccupation with unjustified suspicions. This typically manifests as an unfounded mistrust of others. You might think people are plotting against you or purposefully trying to harm you. You might obsess over small, innocent behaviors, interpreting them as malicious or threatening. Moving on to the ninth sign, we find the inability to accept evidence that contradicts the delusion. This is a hallmark of delusional thinking. Even when faced with indisputable facts or logical arguments, if you're dealing with delusional symptoms, you might reject this evidence outright, clinging stubbornly to your deluded beliefs. Lastly, the 10th sign is the impact these delusions have on your daily life. They can cause significant distress or impairment, affecting your work, relationships, or other important areas. You might find it hard to maintain a job or keep up with your responsibilities because your delusions are so consuming. These 10 signs are not exhaustive but provide a starting point to understand delusional symptoms. It's also important to remember that these symptoms can vary greatly from person to person, and not everyone will experience all of them. If you or someone you know is showing signs of delusional symptoms, it's crucial to reach out to a mental health professional for help. Remember, understanding is the first step towards addressing any mental health issue. By recognizing these signs, we can open up a dialogue about delusional disorders, dispel myths, and foster empathy towards those who are dealing with these challenging symptoms. So, what should you do if you notice these signs? The journey of understanding delusions and their symptoms can be enlightening, yet alarming. Let's now delve into how to respond if you or someone you know exhibits these signs. It's crucial to remember that these signs are pointers, not definitive diagnoses. They're meant to raise awareness, and they're not a substitute for the expertise of a mental health professional. If you notice these signs in yourself, it's natural to feel a rush of emotions. You might feel scared or even in denial. It's okay. These feelings are a normal part of the human experience, but it's essential not to let these initial reactions prevent you from taking the next step. Seek professional help. A mental health professional, such as a psychologist or psychiatrist, can provide a comprehensive evaluation and recommend a course of action. They can guide you through the process of understanding what you're experiencing, and most importantly, they can help you navigate your path to recovery. Now, what if you notice these signs in someone else? It's still critical to encourage them to seek professional help. Remember, though, that you're dealing with someone who may not believe they're deluded. It's a delicate situation that requires tact and empathy. Avoid confrontations or attempts to convince them of their delusion. Instead, express concern for their well-being and suggest they talk to a professional. If they're resistant, you might consider reaching out to a mental health professional yourself for advice on how to handle the situation. In both scenarios, the goal is to facilitate the individual's path to professional help. It's important to note that while friends and family can offer support, they cannot replace the expertise of a mental health professional. Delusion is not a character flaw or a sign of weakness. It's a mental health condition that can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, or socioeconomic status. With the right help and support, individuals dealing with delusions can lead fulfilling lives. In the end, fostering awareness and understanding is the key. If you're well informed about delusions, you're better equipped to help yourself or others navigate the challenges they present. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. Seeking professional assistance is a sign of strength, not weakness. Remember, reaching out to a mental health professional is the best course of action if you notice these signs. We hope this information proves useful. We invite you to share your thoughts, your experiences, perhaps even your insights on this topic in the comments below. We're all here to learn from one another after all. If you found value in this video, show your support by giving it a thumbs up. For more enlightening discussions and deep dives into the human mind, remember to hit that subscribe button. Thank you, deep thinkers, for joining us today. Until next time, Keep exploring and understanding the world around you.